Welcome to Texarkana College's Genzabar e-learning LMS training course, Lesson 13. In this lesson, you will learn how to mark attendance, learn what to do when the attendance module shows canceled for a particular date, learn how to copy from one course to another, like copy from your master course that you're working in now to a regular semester course, and learn how to install and use the e-learning locked browser. So this lesson will be divided into 4 videos, one for each of the above topics. So video 1 will be how to mark attendance for your course. Now, first of all, you have to document attendance before you can actually mark the student present or absent. And when we're looking at documenting attendance in a distance education context, documenting that a student has logged into an online class by itself is not sufficient to demonstrate academic attendance by the student. We must be able to prove that a student participated in a class or was otherwise engaged in an academically related activity. That could be anything from contributing to an online discussion, initiating contact with a faculty member to ask a course related question. Let's look at some of those acceptable activities that both the coordinating board, SACS, and the Department of Education do count as acceptable evidence. A student submission of an academic assignment, a student submission of an exam, documented student participation in some type of interactive tutorial or computer assisted instruction, a posting by the student showing the student's participation in an online study group that's assigned by the institution or the instructor, a posting by the student in a discussion forum. This is why I, in my example in an earlier lesson, used the discussion forum where I asked, as an enrollment verification activity, where I asked the student to answer some questions and post it in the forum. That would count. If the student emailed you, that would count. An email from the student or other documentation showing that the student initiated contact with a faculty member to ask questions about the subject matter studied in the course. So there's several different ways, but again, the student actually has to do something other than logging into a course. Activities that do not count as attendance, and I don't think we run into many of these here at Texarkana College. Living in institutional housing. If we've got someone living in the college apartments, that in itself does not count as attendance. Participating in a meal plan. Of course, we don't have a meal plan, so that wouldn't go for Texarkana College. Logging into an online class without active participation. Just logging in and viewing does not count. Participating in academic counseling or advisement does not count as participation in a particular class. Your face to face classes have your attendance date already pre populated. However, you need to set up a day of the week that you want to take attendance for your online courses. You should mark attendance at least once a week on the same day of the week. This information should be conveyed to the student in your syllabus. While your students should feel free to participate in online courses at times that are convenient for them, the course should have a framework of guidelines and deadlines so it's possible to measure the engagement throughout the course. The first thing you want to do is open your course, and I'm using the faculty training course again, so because I've got some students which are faculty members enrolled in it, and you want to go over to the attendance portlet in the sidebar and click on it. And I have no current or previous sessions. I have not set up attendance at all in this class. So let's play like that. I want to take attendance for my online class on Sundays. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to click on Sunday, March the 13th. And that's the day I wanted to set up my attendance. There it is. I just leave it at 12 a.m. to 12 a.m. and I'm going to hit save. And that's all I have to do. And then there comes in my students. And if I go back to the 13th, that's where it is, then I can mark my students present, absent excused, absent unexcused, or tardy. Now, if you look at this and you see that all of them are present, you don't just cancel out the session. You must save, and I'm going to go ahead and hit save here, and then it will mark every one of them present. And if I need to go back and edit this, like I did count a student absent, saying I need to change it, I can go back and edit. But once I've edited it, I need to save again. So be sure to save. Don't just leave those presents in there with the little check down box. You must save it. So then, I mean, that's just one date of attendance on March the 13th. I want to go back now to attendance, and I want to pick, I'm going to do it every Sunday, so I'll do the 20th, and I'm going to have to go through here 16 times approximately for the entire semester, and just save. And then if I go to the 20th, there they are again, and I can mark them and then save them if I need to. Go back to attendance, go to the next Sunday, just hit save, and I'll go through, all the months in the semester, the dates. I can pick any date of the week that I want to use to count attendance on. Again, you need to let the students know that participation is what they must do to get counted present for that week. And then that way you can use the regular attendance policy. If they don't do anything for that week, they're absent for that week. After two absences, it kind of works like a night class or a one time a week class, then you could drop them for non attendance. But that's all there is to actually going in and marking attendance. Your students will be listed. You just need to pick the date of the week that you're going to count attendance, and be diligent in posting that attendance. And that's all there is to marking attendance in the grade book.